For those of you that skipped ahead or simply just don't read, this video about women's self-defense techniques includes situations that involve assault, sexual assault, and rape. So if those are a mental trigger for you and you wish not to see them, stop watching right now, okay? Because that's the whole point of these videos, is give you the techniques that you need to better prevail within those type of situations. Hey guys, I'm Sifu Mike. I'm here with Lydia. In this video, we're going to be going over the situations that you would use the techniques that we showed in the last video. Okay, so you take those techniques, and this is the situations that we will be using them in. Now, a couple of quick things as far as the context is concerned, because you can kind of what if every single technique to death. All right, so I want to spell it out. What she is doing in response to my aggressive attack of some sort is completely appropriate and to the level of the attack that I'm doing, right? And so you don't want to respond to, like, say, a basic touch with, I'm going to clock the dude, bam, right? Because your action is often determined by the severity of the result, okay? So everything that she is doing is appropriate in the level of contact to what is happening to her, right? So that is sort of the context that we're going to get into. All right, think of this as worst case scenario situations. And again, we're just showing the situations without the heels and her dress and all that stuff. We're going to show that later and how those things change what we do in this video. So make sure to watch the entire thing. All right, guys, so let's get to it on the situations. So the first situation that we're going to have is going to utilize those grip releases that I showed in the last video. Okay, most of the time, if someone's just grabbing you, you can release it. But in this case, I'm up to something nefarious, and so I'm grabbing and I'm pulling. Right now, how the human brain works is that it operates kind of like a mirror. So if you pull on something, they often pull back. Right? If you push, they push back. So we're going to be utilizing that in this context. So I'm going to give her a pull, she's going to resist and pull back, and then she's just going to let it go and add a little hop. So that's the technique in this situation. She's going to add a hop to get her grip release, and then she's going to follow it up with any kind of strikes to make sure that I don't run after her. Okay? So first grip release is going to be the jujitsu way. So I've got Lydia's arm here, and I pull, she gets resistance, then she hops, right? Pulls that to her chest, kicks, Alright, so that's the first one, right? Just adding that little extra hop. Second one is going to be the karate way. Same deal. I'm pulling, she hops, strikes my arm, and then boom. Okay, adding that little hop. So all of these are going to work in that context. So now we're going to do the one-handed kung fu way. I'm going to grab this side so you can see. Give it a little pull. She jumps, comes aside. There you go. Bam. Okay, now the two-handed kung fu way. I'm going to go on this side. Same deal. Pull. Hop. Yep. Bam. Now the last one we're going to show is one that we didn't have a technique for, because if somebody does this, it's kind of dumb, right? I go like this, okay, and I have this kind of reverse downward grip, right? If I'm pulling, all I have to do is turn your hand and hop. And you see, I basically just chicken wing myself. This is bad for me, right? I'm already feeling tension on my shoulder. Okay, so that's what you're going to do in all of these situations. Someone pulls, give a little bit of resistance, then hop, and that allows you to get in close to use your entire body to mitigate their arm and get out of that. Make sure to follow it up with any kind of strike so that they can't come after you. And if you notice, she hit my knees a lot. It's a good thing. So in this particular situation, I've gone from grabbing the arm to grabbing the throat, okay? We're going to cover two versions of this based on what I do. In this version, my right foot is going to be forward. So you're always going to be attacking the foot that is forward first, if that makes sense. So in this case, I got my hands around her neck. I'm like, ah! Alright, she hits my throat. Bam! Alright, then she stomps my foot. Boom! Elbow, bam! Back elbow, knee, foot, run away. We'll do it from this angle so you can see both sides. Again, right foot forward, back up a little bit so you can see my feet. Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in this particular situation, my left foot is forward. It's going to be almost the same thing, but we're attacking the foot that is forward first. Okay, so grabbing the throat again. Same thing, bam, she hits that, and then she kicks, stomps, ah, elbows, back of the head, knee, stomp, and then runs away. Okay, do this again from the other angle. Again, left foot forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and run away. And those are going to be my grabbing the throat, what you do in that context, okay? That's the situation. Moving on. Okay guys, so the next one falling in the series of, hey, I'm going to grab you and pick you up and bring you to some off place, off camera, right? We're doing a from the back bear hug counter. Okay, this is going to be utilizing the Santa Claus takedown from the last video, but it's also going to be utilizing a technique that we didn't cover, which is kicking out, right? Because when you kick the air from both feet, what you end up doing is the recoil, you end up coming back and punching your hips into them and they drop down. So it's actually pretty cool. So this is going to be in the case of I'm trying to pick them up and bring her away. Alright, so pay attention because this is pretty cool. Make sure you use both feet kicking straight out at the same time. Your body's going to be arching in a way to where you're basically coming right in, and it's not fun. Trust me, I've had it done to me several times at this point. So if I'm here, I got him, I pick up, yeah, and then she hips out, gets it underneath, boom, boom, sauce me up, and then Santa Claus takes out. Okay, do it from the other angle. It's very important that you hip out. So from here, I lift up. Yep. Boom, boom, sock me up. And fall down. Yeah, so my bear hug counter. Kick the feet out, drops your weight, get behind, Santa Claus take down. It's a good day. Then you run away. The next situation, guys, I'm going from grabbing around their midsection to grabbing around their neck. It's going to be a sleeper hold, and really, whenever you're in a rear naked choke or a reverse sleeper is what they call it. If my arm is around the neck, that is the thing you want to attack. That is the thing you want to protect, is your neck. And so anytime you can attack this, if you can pull out a lighter and burn that, stab it, whatever, I'm going to let go. That's the thing, all right? But this is a technique for this particular situation, right? It's going to involve a little bit of judo. I got this locked up. She pushes her hips into me, gets me off the ground, and then shimmies to the side. And then hits low blow, low blow, low blow. And then she's going to go for a Santa Claus takedown. Let's go over to the other side. You can see. So right here, Santa Claus takedown. Alright, we'll do this from the other side. So I get this locked up. She hips into me and picks me up off the ground. Oh, wow. Low blow. Boom, boom, boom. And set the ball stake down. Okay, so it's very similar, but in this case she's actually loading me onto her hips, and instead of throwing me, even though she totally can, she's shimming a little bit so that I go off to the side. The next situation is going to be what we kind of refer to as the little brother torture. Okay, this position is kind of a rape scenario, so we're taking it kind of serious on this one. And we don't like doing it as much as you don't like seeing, but you need to know the correct technique as far as you're really just kind of flailing and kicking them a lot and then standing up. That's always going to be the biggest thing, is to stand up. Other thing to keep in mind is that you are always the one who has the most control over you and over your mind at any time. So you can always do something. So even when they have a hold of you, right, you know what they're not doing, right? And so this technique in this situation takes advantage of that. So bear in mind, this is something that does happen, and that's why we're doing this technique, so that you will know what to do if this situation ever happens. And we hope it never does. We hope this is basically worst case scenario. There's a lot of things you can do to prevent this from ever happening. Alright, so, and we have affectionately called it little brother torture because, you know, trying to keep everything PG. So, we're going to get to this. Alright guys, so in this position, holding her down, okay? I'm grabbing both wrists, which means that I'm not doing anything else. Okay, she's got her legs clasped behind me. This is your classic jujitsu guard. Okay, so she actually can squeeze her legs, control me, right? Push me to the side. So you have a lot of control in this position, right? Now, I lift off the hand to do something nefarious. She capitalizes and crunches the oblique. Okay? She then puts her foot right here on my, what's it called?
It's called the inguinal area, or
yeah.
the V-line.
Exactly. And so she is pushing off of this part of me. She's not pushing me back, she's pushing her this way. Okay? So it's all of her body versus my one arm. She's going to win. Next part of this, that, bam, knees me in the face. Then foot kicks me in the chest. That same foot, boom, kicks me in the groin. Then she does what's called a technical standing base. Then she comes back and kicks me, bam, or knees me, and runs away. So one more time. At speeds this time. So I lift off, that gets weight off, she crunches, bam, foot, push, knee, boom, rolling, ow, stand base. So the last situation is going to be another sexual assault or rape situation where I'm holding her against the wall and I'm pinning her there, and I'm holding onto both wrists the same way as we were on the ground, but now we're standing up. So we're going to do something slightly different to try to get out of this. And this particular situation, again, is just like before in that you have the most control over you than anyone else. And so you just got to remain calm and understand that if they have both your wrists, then you know what they're not doing. So you're going to be taking advantage of them letting go of one to do something else. Alright? So in this particular situation, I've got Lydia here. She's pinned against the wall. I've got both arms. Alright? And I'm holding her and I'm pinning her down. Now, the thing is, you're going to wait for me to let go of my right, and I'm going to come down and do something nefarious, and she's going to stomp on my foot. Okay? Then she's going to shove her arm down, which is going to pull me down. Alright, illusion of control, man. She's got control over me if I hold on. Then she comes up, bam, elbow. Now she turns, bam, another elbow. Knee, foot stomp, another elbow, runs away. One more time, guys. If I'm here, I'm holding her down. I reach down, letting go of that. Bam! She takes the opportunity, shoves the arm down. Boom! Elbow up. Gets me there. Turns. Bam! Another elbow. Boom! Knee. Stomp. Elbow. And she runs off. Okay, people. So that is our situations that you're going to use your techniques in. In the later videos, we're going to demonstrate how stuff like heels, or long dress, or short dress, or a pencil skirt, or really tight pants is going to affect and change what you do within those situations. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, YouTube/tkfmma, for more videos that show you the variables that will change the equation. Okay, you can think of these two videos as being kind of the control for the experiment that we're going to do later that will help you hopefully understand just how to better protect yourself in every situation, and how stuff like wearing heels is going to affect that particular situation and what you do and how it changes things. So be sure, watch all the videos. We're going to have more to come, okay? So you can check out this YouTube channel, like I said, tkfmma. That's also the same name as my Facebook page, my YouTube account, which I just said that, my Instagram account, and my Twitter account. So lots of social medias. But Lydia also has a Instagram account with some awesome drinks on it, which is called
Let's Cocktail. So if none of that interests you, then give me a follow.
Yeah. And give her a follow anyways, because she has recipes for all kinds of really tasty stuff, man. It's good stuff. So you can learn some self-defense from me, and then you can enjoy some awesome cocktails from her. Alright, so again, I'm Sifu Mike. This is
Lids.
Okay, and we will be seeing you next time. Alright?